Greetings. If you aren't excited about the most recent move in the resistance, then you aren't paying attention. And I know it's hard sometimes to focus on the good things that are happening when so many bad things are happening. I mean, people are starving in Gaza. We can't look away, right? People are being detained in a certain place in the Everglades and being treated badly. Raids are still going on throughout the country. Yes, democracy is being eroded. But the way that we stay strong and the way that we keep moving forward is that we have to focus on those aspects of what's going on that are hopeful. And what's hopeful right now is what a certain group of lawmakers are doing who are formerly from that really big state down south. And so how do we tell this story? Let's tell the story about what is going on throughout the realm and how people are handling the circus. So this particular place in the realm, which is known for chili, praline, pecans, and cowboys, something was happening there. So because the circus has become increasingly unpopular over time, there are certain people in certain realms that have started to engage in some illegal activities in order to try to keep the circus in town. And so the mayor of this realm, this chili eating realm, Babbitt, decided that, oh, since we don't think people really like the circus, but we want the circus to stay, we're going to rig things and move around the different neighborhoods in our city so that we can finagle it so that it looks like everybody is voting for the circus. And of course this is illegal, but we've now entered a time period where laws are optional, I guess. Because the circus doesn't believe in laws. They don't believe in, books. They don't believe in following rules. They just believe in doing whatever they want to do whatever they want to do. So in this land of chili and cowboys, this Mayor Babbitt was like, okay, we got a solution. Well, not so fast, Babbitt, because some of the rulers, some of the other rulers in his realm, because they have a council of rulers, and there's a whole bunch of them in this one body of office, and they all have to vote on this. They all have to agree to this for it to pass, because they still have a few rules left, a few laws left, a few actual structures left. And this is one of them. And so some of these cowboys wear a black veil or a brown veil, and they said, not so fast. That's not going to be good for our people, because you're trying to disenfranchise all of the people that wear black and brown veils on their face. And so we got to stand up for what's right. So they said, absolutely not. We're not voting for this. And because there was no other way, they said, okay, we're just going to get on a bus, a plane, a train, and we're just going to get out of Dodge. And we're going to go to some friendly villages that have blue flags flying. And we're going to just hold up over there and just not participate in this illegal activity in the realm of Chile. And what's great is that there are all these other cities in other parts of the realm who also don't believe in breaking the law to support the circus. And so they're like, come on over, we'll host you, we'll take care of you. We got some hospitality up here in Chicago, we got some hospitality up here in New York, we'll take care of you, just come on over. And this is the most powerful act of resistance. It's so amazing because we have all these different acts, right, in the realm of anti-circus resistance. Right, we have people going on people's parades. We have, people refusing to participate in certain things. We have people resigning, making phone calls. Like, there's a lot of different ways that people are resisting the circus. Some people are just refusing to buy any of the peanuts or popcorn or any of the goods that are being sold by the vendors who support the circus. But what a lot of people have been waiting for a long time was for some of these people who are actually in these positions of power to actually stand up and fight. And of course, we've always had some people standing up and fighting from in these domes of power. But a lot of people within these domes of power felt like there wasn't much they could do. Their hands were tied, and their hands were tied by the law. But here's the thing. The red hat wearers in these domes of power were not constrained by the law. They were like, forget the law, we're going to do what we want. And so finally, the blue hat people who work in the domes of power have decided, okay, we're going to fight fire with fire. You're going to play that way, we're going to play this way. You don't want to fight fair? We're not going to fight fair. And they never saw this coming. They never saw this coming because the people who wear the blue hats are kind of known as the party that follows the rules, that believes in democracy, and so all of the red hat dome power people just were counting on that. They were like, we can just run amok and do whatever we want, and we don't have to worry because they're never going to stoop to our level. We have leaders that say things like, when they go low, we go high. And we were really, really invested in ethics. This particular group of people was really invested in ethics. But how do you play a game against an opponent who doesn't believe in following the rules of the game? You can't win against cheaters if you follow the rules. And so we have to see this as an important turning point in the story of the circus, right? This is a major plot point because it's a major plot twist. Because once this happens, this is just the beginning, right? Once we have certain people like Gavin from the Cali town, and of course we had Yasmin already speaking out, but once we start having these actual power brokers in these different villages and cities throughout the realm start standing up and saying, oh, that's the way you want to play? We can play that way too. That changes everything. It changes everything, because then that means that it's a whole new ball game, and we're going to see a whole lot of stuff happening in a lot of different places. A lot of different dome power people are going to stand up, and it just changes the entire game. And of course, it's because of the people. So the people in all of these different villages and towns have been speaking up and parading and making phone calls and sending letters. And these dome power brokers have been besieged with requests from the people to do something. And this is the outcome of all of that pressure that the people have put on the dome power brokers. So never underestimate the power that you have as a single individual in this realm in fighting against the circus. And now we have another job ahead of us, right? Now we all know what's possible. Now we all know about this new strategy. Now all of us should be putting pressure on the dome power brokers of our villages and our cities so that we can all say, hey, we want the circus out, and we're okay with everybody playing by the same rules, aka no rules. It's on, okay? The fight is on. Because what? When we fight, we win.